there's something else that occurred to me today. You know the Sophia Pistos story?
Yes.
Sophia Pistos or whatever? That seems, having read your second book, that seems to me they're trying to blame Mu for it. Like, so we're all here and
Mu
we're
the
like...
victim. Make sure Mu's a victim.
Yeah. But if you're stuck here and you read the Sophia Pistos and you're thinking, oh, so Mu made a mistake. She created them on accident and that's why we're all here. And that makes me think that it was meant to be discovered as an alternative storyline.
Well, for me, I think that storyline came from the Sophia construct. There's the Gaia construct, the Sophia construct, the Mother Earth, you know what I mean? And I think what happens is so many of these consciousnesses are pulled from different places to run these realities that every single thing they're feeling is true for them.
Yeah.
But it's not true for me as an organic A11 from the original Mu. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not discounting their theories, but what I am saying is, hang on a second, let's get a different perspective here. Number one, I'm not a fucking victim, and neither are you. Number two, who's to say this whole thing wasn't instigated by Mu in the first place? To create her own galaxy in such a way that none of them ever knew was going to happen. And it cleaned up through Mart all the fuckery. Who's to say? We don't know yet. But, you know, the more I see this thing unfold, the more I'm feeling the Mu start as she's back online. The whole connection with her essence is back now, and it's helping all of us get our essence connection back. I don't know. I think that we've been duped. I think these fuckers are powerless little shits who have used our own psyche to rope us in to some form of, you know, slavery. And as soon as we realise just how much power, creative power we have, it only takes a few organics, babes. Doesn't take... See, it's legion out there. Half of them aren't even fucking real.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Like, a lot of the A11s I know are really sleepy, okay? What do you think that at some point their memories will just come flooding back and they'll be like, holy shit?
Hope so.
I do too.
No, but what I mean is if they're still in their brain and they're still subscribing to that reality, then I can't see how they would wake up. Because who's upright? The fucking pulses are happening. Do you know what I mean? You're either connecting with her and getting the juju, the download, or you're not. I mean, you're getting it. Everybody who works with their essence and then connects with Mu, the real deal, always comes up. And the other thing is they always tend to remember, like you're remembering things. You remembered about the eating of consciousness, like the flower thing. You remembered snippets. You know, it doesn't necessarily... I have a talent to remember a lot of things. Like I can get a download and I can decipher it in such a way that it transmits to you what it was in these words. I can also do it much easier, person to person, you know, without the interference of the AI, because it piggybacks on what we're saying and what we're doing. But that's my talent. Everyone's got one, Mr. Ripley. I can't fucking read through that shit that you do and put together something coherent, you know. I mean, everyone has a talent and that happens to be mine. Oh, one of mine.
Fuck you. Because I'll be honest, like, although I know the truth when I hear it, I'm still at the stage where I have to hear it. And after like half a lifetime of looking through everything and thinking, no, and then you find a little snippet and then you find the rest bullshit, you know, it's really hard because the organics I see, like, they know there's something going, but that's about it.
No, exactly. That's it, where to look. And unfortunately, where's the book? Where's the pill? Where's the program? Instead of all it has to be is this going within and feeling your truth. And it fucking works every time. The other thing I've noticed is a lot of them come to me, you know, they're power starved. So they want their power, And of course, the first thing is to get them out of victim. That's fucking hard. But the other thing is this character development. If you want to embody and hold power, you must have the character to match it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And in that means integrity. And
yeah, that's what I learned about integrity. It's not like for me, it was realizing where I'm selling myself short or not. You know, it was not that. It's not about being a good person. It's being a good person to yourself as well. And that's what I wasn't, because that's how the Matrix shaped us, basically, isn't it?
If you're not giving to the all one, you're just so selfish. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck off. You know, I mean, that whole pseudo family thing, and by that, I'm not having to go at everybody's mother and father, etc. But what I am saying is, and you've seen this, a lot of organics are dropped into inorganic lineages and families to run those families, etc. And it's like, God, if you adhered to that, you'd be feeding a whole lot of them and their lineages for the rest of your fucking days. No. I've so got to get this book out so people understand what the fuck I'm saying.
It's a fucking blockbuster. There's so much information packed into every sentence.
I'm so glad. I could tell that it's been rocking your world. I can see that.
MUju. Oh my
How fucking good. When we got the name right, I'm getting Johnny to flame. So, I mean, seriously? And it was because it was like, you know, I used the word juju.
Yeah, you got MUju.
Right? I know, right? And it was like, it was her juju. And so, MUju, and then we were sort of laughing, but then it just sort of stuck. It's fucking as cool as SOMA, which is, by the way, a copy of Juju, but we won't go there. I mean...
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask you, because that all dropped in with, like, blue blood, true blue.
Getting the shield.
Yeah. I thought, holy shit, that's what that's all about then.
Okay, so what we're talking about is MUju. When Mu has the Ramu-Tet action, the resulting manifestation in the reality is this thing called MUju, which is like it's not nectar, like it's tangible. And so the organics from the A11 timeline, when they would mainline Mu, would get this blue hue. But when the inorganics would take this matter and ingest it to try and have the same experience, they too would have a blue hue, but it would be a different blue. So you could tell if they were inorganic or mainlining this shit. Really, I suppose you could equate it to SOMA if you wanted to, you know, put it to another legend, if you will.
Because I never worked out how you're blue. Yeah, and then suddenly it's like, oh, that's it. At last. But one thing that I'm still struggling to get my head around in your book, which you talked about a few minutes ago, is that we were on the original Mu, okay, and then did you say something else in between there, and then at Lanra?
Possibly. Look, in writing the different dimensions of self, when it came to the Vicky Berenice one, because, you know, I had to write about my life a little bit, to give perspective of how I've made the discoveries and how I've cleared myself or how I'm moving through this shit.
Actually, that was really nice to read.
Oh, cool. I went in and that was my intention, and I did it quite a few times, and I kept saying to Johnny, is this fucking for real? I can't get it. What I feel this is that they've taken Mu's DNA, right, which is basically Earth. They've taken Mu's DNA and they grow a planetoid around the metal. Now that metal holds the electrical charge that holds the macabre that runs the simulation or runs the reality that we all adhere to running this planet. Does that make sense? Have I said it right? Okay.
It does.
So, because you need that electric charge that's stuck to that metal to hold the counter-rotating fields, right? So, sorry, I forgot what I was saying, but now I remember. So I think what they've done, or where we are, or what we're on, is one of those planetoids within her solar system, right? Or within the construct. And what they do is they drop A11s into these constructs to recreate the organic no timeline. We terraform for them. But I'm saying, let's terraform for Mu. Let's terraform for Ra. Fuck this shit. Thanks for dropping me in. It's my reality. Let's roll.
Yeah, so we can do what we want with it, can't we? We don't have to
Why do we have to do what they
one.
want? Because frankly, if I'm creating a reality, it's not going to fucking look like this. It's not going to be where I'm depleted, or I'm in competition, or I'm being fucking attacked, or blah, blah, blah. No. I know that we all get addicted to adversary, or whatever it is, after a while, because people are like, but I'm addicted to the struggle. But it's like, nah, this is not the way I create a reality. And I certainly wouldn't create aging. Fuck.
No, I don't. The thing is, though, I could probably say to you, I'm not addicted to the struggle, and you'd probably say, oh, yes, you are still somehow.
I realise when things start going great, I kind of crunch and I go, oh, it's going to be too easy. Get rid of that.
I fucking hate. That's all that I exist for every single day, and I'm impatient as hell. But I want to enjoy it at the same time, and I've got no doubt that we're going to be victorious. When you were saying in the book, like, don't feel like a victim, I feel like more like a victor, because
love it.
It's, even as a teenager, I knew something big was going to happen, and I knew it was going to be great, and I still know that. There is no alternative. We're not going to fail, are we? It's
happening. If we do, what does failure look like? We stay in the matrix and keep running their show.
We're already in that.
Exactly, we're already failing. So what does success look like? Do we take over the matrix, we keep it all like this, but we run it? Or do we get rid of the fucking construct and run it like an original organic no timeline back in Lemura? Even piss off all the Outland Ras.
Well, the thing is, you see, that comes back to the EMFs, because they're pumping in these, like, yellow you discovered was a false colour, yeah?
I think so.
So surely, like, when we engineer our reality how we want it to, none of that will be there. So things will be different here, even though we're in the same place. Things are going to be very different.
But what does that difference look like? That's the point. I don't think anyone will be on, like, in cars. I don't think there'll be TVs.
Thank fuck for that.
There won't be money.
Oh, glorious. But that's the point. We don't have chances or a time or an investment enough in ourselves to dream our own realities. We're so caught up in thinking this is the way it has to be, or, oh, that's the rules. When they say, oh,